Previously, on Sector 13.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say it's like full-on armor. It's more of like a robot, if you would. But it's segmented, and each segments are like pulled apart, and it's in the middle of each of the segments is kind of like you could see the magic essence that is holding these pieces together and binding the pieces to create this form. I am just a shell of the founder.
I don't know, some shit between the House of War and House of Death, and then House of Blood and House of Pestilence. They joined a council. House of War and House of Death did. Protect peace and their own people, blah blah blah. The Blood King began to rule in the land of tyranny, blah blah blah. Someone named Eliora Whitmire was invited. She believed the spirit of forgotten deity, or believed to be the spirit of the forgotten deity. And then there's another name, and then some betrayal happened, and...
Utilize some sort of a gate that's going on here. And there was a little girl that was being used as a catalyst for this thing, whose father was the House of the Void Leader.
The screaming became unbearable. Myself and Nisa were vulnerable to the terrors that were the Void. We were incapacitated for the longest time, and we just heard the screams. The screams turned into the yelling, and eventually, darkness.
My name is Hana.
You can call me Aaron.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron. Gotta write that down. Hold on. I don't write stuff down.
Aaron Ayata, specifically.
Oh, okay.
So we strengthen ourselves, and those of us who are strong enough advance to the next level and build up their connection with our gods to get these Mother Matron books. So these books are literally like made for us by the god.
Can I roll an Arcana check? Do I know anything about Portal?
Like it is doable. You just need to know where you're going, the materials you'll need to make the portal, and kind of like the magical energy. What's your thoughts on the Dominion? Do you trust them?
I don't trust any sorts of government.
The creature is now home. Thank you, Sector 13, for your hard work. You guys basically spent all this time preparing yourselves a little bit. You are aware that there is going to be a meeting that is going to happen. It's kind of like a debriefing session to go over the plans and discuss, and then enabling you guys to speak with the strike team too. So in the meantime, as you guys are doing these preparations, in other words, your level ups, the strike team too, the rest of the members are starting to arrive to the facility. So you can hear the bustling around of the other agents as they're kind of excited that these people are arriving and that the whole group is kind of back together. The band is back together again. You guys eventually, later, probably around like 1 o'clock-ish, finally get called into a large conference room. The room has a similar holographic table to the one that you guys had at the cathedral. And the main wall that you guys entered through is completely made out of glass, so anybody who walks by can kind of like peer in and be like, ooh, you know, what's going on in there? You guys take one side of the table, while the strike team 2 takes the other side of the table. So in the room, you do see Nisa. Ori is off in a corner. He's sitting like a child. He's got an apple in his hand, and he's like peeling it with his fingernails. And at the table is also CJ, who you've previously met. But there are 3 other members who are sitting at the table, and Nisa will introduce them as Kamina, Captain Lucas, and Jazz. Sister Jazz, sorry. Kamina is a man with white hair wearing a well-put-together black suit. He's got a black hat to match with a pale blue satin ribbon that wraps around it. He wears round sunglasses, despite even being indoors right now. So you can't see his eyes at all, but he also wears this white surgical mask to hide the rest of his face. He's got this, like, bandages all over his hands and his wrists. And underneath his suit jacket, you can see hints of a gun holster. And he's got a leather strap around his torso with a katana on his back. Captain Lucas is a strong-looking individual. He's got a darker complexion with visible scars that run along the lower jaw of his face. He's got very intimidating hazel eyes, but despite that, the way he's talking and his presence seems very pleasant and kind. His black hair is styled neatly upright to allow all the hair to stay out of his face. And unlike the rest of the group on his team, he's wearing full plate armor. He looks like he basically stepped out of a stereotypical RPG fantasy game, and he's got the classic sword and shield ready to go, just off to the side next to him. Sister Jazz, on the other hand, is a woman who appears to be in her roughly mid-30s. She's got strawberry blonde hair that is very full and is shiny, just reaching past her shoulders. She's got these very welcoming green eyes, kind of like almost doe-like in a way. She wears the attire of the Sisterhood, which you have seen many times before because of Annabelle. She's got the black and white hooded dress, but she wears a leather armor corset that is fairly thick by the looks of it, with leather gloves to match. And at her hip, it looks like she has this small little silver scepter with an intricate ornate end to it that holds a red ruby at the center of it. So each of the members kind of like look at you and they kind of introduce themselves, and seems like everybody's a little eager to get things started. Nisa is at the front of the table with papers in hand, and she's the one who will be conducting the meeting. Here is what we know so far based on the extensive data gathered by the Sector 13 Special Ops team. Our target is Annabelle Teresa Alamonte. Annabelle is the daughter of Thanatos and Cherie Alamonte. Thanatos was the leader of the House of the Void, while Cherie was a priestess within the House of Blood. Thanatos used his daughter as a catalyst to open a permanent gate to the Void to allow the Blood King to regenerate and resurface. Strike Team 2 of the Dominion engaged in combat after Thanatos mutated with the use of his cosmic magic, earning the moniker The Creature. The team successfully stopped the ritual from finishing and closed the largest portal we have ever had on record, and that night became known as the Night of the Void Release. Do we have any questions so far? Moving on. Upon the Founder's orders, Cherie and Thanatos were pronounced dead at the scene. However, in reality, Thanatos' body had dissolved into the shadows, while Cherie was taken into custody for questioning along with her daughter. Trust was gained through the questions, and the two were detained under the watch of Strike Team 2. Cherie and Annabelle underwent the Sisterhood training as per the Founder's request. Cherie grew to become a Mother Matron, entered her book, and was stationed within the Cathedral of Hope. She died after Annabelle had gained access to her Void heritage and lost control. She was subdued by myself, and her mother's book was confiscated by the Sisterhood. Annabelle continued her training and was stationed within Sector 13. Flash forward, and Eldritch activity increased within the area, with rifts opening more frequently. Former Sector 13 agents perished within the attacks, and the Special Ops team was formed. Data showed that with each attack, blood was everywhere and body parts were missing from the victims. And as she's reviewing this, images of the files that you guys previously saw will come up in a holographic way. Victims range from Eldritch to humans. The Special Ops team investigated and discovered a new type of Eldritch dubbed a Voidling. Based on a recent attack on the Cathedral, Kamina's Sector 10 team was able to determine that these new Eldritch were amalgamations of victims corrupted by the essence of Void magic. Two of the Voidlings within the Cathedral attack were DNA matches to Agents Koran and Merrick of Sector 10. With Agent J from the Ops team decommissioned at this time, we believe that too much exposure to blood of this Voidling can lead to the complications and may result in this level of corruption. Further data analysis is being conducted within the lower labs as we speak. Any questions? All right. Reviewing old history documents, we are able to deduce a relation to everything relevant to the Blood King. We know that our founders had separated the Blood King into several parts and spread his body parts throughout the world, with some parts even being destroyed. The remaining soul was thrown into the void. We believe that Thanatos had reached a stage of his magical essence that granted him the ability to make contact with the Blood King. The idea influenced the remaining family and thus spread to Annabelle. Hannah and Lotus, you are instructed to escort Ori down to the holding facility. Question the cultists you have detained, find out what Annabelle and how she hopes to achieve any of her goals. Report back to myself or Captain Lucas.
Alright.
Ilara and Alara, you will be tasked to accompany myself and Kamina to the medical wing where Jay is. We believe Jay's curse is probably more medical than arcane, but we want your thoughts to coincide with the data that has been collected. And before she can even continue further, there's a light knock at the window, causing everyone to look, and you see Erin is standing there with two other individuals dressed in similar apparel as her. They're both kind of like wearing this cyberpunk-like attire with the light blue patterns lining their suits. One is wearing a porcelain Oni mask, while the other wears a porcelain goat mask with a third eye at the center. And then she herself is wearing a white tiger mask. But you could tell that all three of them are looking at you, detective. And they're kind of like, waving and very persistent of like, come on out, come on out.
He's always been like the guy behind the desk. Going up to bartenders on the side and saying, hey, I have this, what do you know about this guy? So his hand is massive. This guy's like 8 feet tall. And he'll use it to intentionally block the light, waving, but like keeping it deliberately close to his face.
Nisa will kind of like take notice of the visitors and let's take a break for now. Go do whatever it is we need to do, and we'll deliberate more this evening. How does that sound?
That sounds good. Quick question though. If we're gonna be interrogating the captive, by how brutal can we get? Because, Lotus here could cause some damage. I don't know. Well, do we do a good cop, bad cop?
I would presume any means necessary.
All right, cool. You might be able to break some bones tonight. She's like, if we need to do that, we can do that.
Are there any further questions before everyone's dismissed?
So our first act is we're splitting the party. Is that how I'm reading it?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. It seems like you got a bunch of friends, Detective Abraham. They're looking really eager to meet you. And ladies, man.
Doing the, I don't know how to describe it. Like you know when you like use your thumb to rest your chin and then put the rest of your fingers on the side of your face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, don't let us hold you up. Well, we'll get ready to figure out how we're gonna squeeze the information out of the what a detective speak would be the perp, the victim. I don't know.
Actually, what would the
Yeah,
alleged?
matter. All right. It doesn't matter. Come on, Hana. We got. Sorry, I'm Hana. Come on, Lotus. I'm forgetful. We shall leave. Oh, right. And Ori has to come with us as well.
Oh, this is gonna be exciting.
Yeah, you know what? Let's lead into this. It is gonna be exciting. Let's do this, Ori.
Are we gonna spill blood?
Lotus shrugs her shoulders like, it's a possibility.
Oh, let's go.
She'll pick him up like with his trunk and set him on like her shoulder.
He just eagerly is like he can't stay still.
Ruffle his hair. I believe he has hair. And, I believe he
He's
has
got
hair.
fur.
Okay, ruffles his fur, and he's like, alright, come on, let's get this over with.
The real question is, who would like to go first?
Who am I going with again?
You're going with Nisa and Kamina down to the lower labs.
Okay.
Hana and Lotus are going to the prison cells with Ori. And Viscus and the detective are going off with these mysterious masked people with Aaron.
Are they? I need the high detail for my notes. Are they like those weird, like red robed, face hidden cultish figures?
In a way, yes.
Okay, very important note keeping that I'm doing.
So Brittany wants to go second.
I'm thinking of questions. Just
That's
give me a little bit of
fair.
time. Just give me some time. I didn't know I'd be doing this.
This is the weird part for me because Abraham is the one that's like follow orders. Viscus is the one that's like, oh, what's going on? So neither one of them would have any question in the situation.
That is great. So you're up first then.
Sure.
So you step out and you're greeted by Aaron. These are some of my fellow Watcher Clan members. They should be able to help expedite the challenge of that book and get something going in your favor. So,
My favor.
Are you in?
All right. Sure.
okay, come on, let's go. And she's gonna eagerly start darting down the hallway where the training room facility is.
Mhm.
And she's running, but the other two are just casually walking by you. What's your passive perception?
Abraham passive perception. 12? No.
Oof.
How?
I don't know, man.
Viscus is 14?
Okay, well, Viscus will at least
Okay.
notice that the goat masked individual is consistently glancing towards the detective.
Viscus will not. Viscus would not do anything if only Abraham could tell. Viscus isn't even going to try to get his attention.
So, you guys are entering the big training room once again. And Aaron just kind of stands in the middle of the room. This is going to be a little tricky, but if we want to speed up the process, then this is the only way I can think of. This guy, and she's going to point towards the Oni masked one. He is going to take the symbols of each of the pages and try to interpret them into infernal symbols that they can think maybe are the closest match. While this guy, and she's going to point to the ghost masked one, is going to use a practical magic ability to identify properties of the symbols to coincide with infernal interpretations to make out somatic movements. We already can theorize that the blood is probably the key material, so the rest of the triggers should be figured out naturally when we break it down. So I'm going to use my book to log in and try to narrow down word-for-word combinations and convert them into a code. But that will leave me incapacitated, so you have to convert the code using this index. And she's gonna hand you a book, and it's a big, thick-ass book, and it's just got a series of numbers converted into various letters.
Okay, if it does help, if there's anything, I speak Abyssal, Common, Deep Speech, and Infernal.
You can get infernal, but considering how he's doing infernal symbols, it's not the actual language. It's not actual written language. So you can kind of get a grasp as to what he's doing. You can kind of get a grasp as to what the goat man is going to be doing. But now you need to actually convert everything into words using the index and your infernal knowledge of 3 combining into 1 together.
Okay, so what do I need to? Do we need to make a roll? I'm not quite. How do we want to play this?
You'll see. That's
Okay.
something for you. So, do you think you're up to the task?
Well, I'm either up to the task or well, the world gets destroyed. So, hit me.
Okay, perfect. Now, I don't know how many pages we'll be able to fully do, but I feel like if we keep up with the pace that we go at, we might be able to get at least 2 pages. At least. Which is huge.
Great.
So she's gonna sit down, crisscross applesauce, and she's gonna conjure her own book, and a cord, like an auxiliary cord, is gonna pop out from it, and it's gonna hook up to the back of her neck. The goat-masked one pricks his finger, and he squeezes little bits of blood out and lets it kind of like drip down his finger, while the Oni one begins to kind of create symbols in the air with little bits of fire. So the goat one begins to read out the symbols and starts to move their hands in various patterns as a series of blue numbers begin to appear above the book. Now, what I'm going to do to you, Steven, here, I'm going to send you some numbers.
Oh, I love numbers.
I know you do. You're going to realize what's going to happen here really quickly. And you're going to hate me at the same time slightly because it's going to look very hard on the eyes. But I'm going to send you some of these codes, and you're going to have to take the time to crack them.
Boy, this is an IRL intelligence check.
Yes, sir. Let's see if this will do it. Because already it didn't copy the way I wanted it to. Oh, it's not going to do it. Let's see if it does it. I'm going to send it.
Just like a notepad. Okay, I know what's going on immediately. 6 kilobytes?
You're welcome. That's just one page.
What the fuck is this?
Just one page? Galore.
This is just a lot of binary.
Yep.
Okay.
But yes, it is a binary code. You are dealing with a digital knight, essentially, and that is her focus. So she is converting the infernal symbols into a binary code, while the goat man is getting the somatic components of it. So you'll have all basically applicable aspects to be able to cast these spells because of these 3. And so you just need to decode her words, essentially, in order to get your spell.
Okay. Pull up Excel.
So while that is happening, we're gonna jump over to the twins.
No.
So-
Hana was going second.
Okay, I didn't fully know if Hana was ready yet. You're ready. Excellent.
Yes,
That's what I like to hear. All right, so you guys, with Ori, who's kind of pointing you in the direction of where to go, go down into the detainment facility within the lower levels. As you do pass through each of the cells, you'll see a variety of Eldritch people detained. You'll also see humans, like regular Joe Schmo people in there too. There are 2 agents standing out front in one of the doors there. Cool. Let me slow down and breathe for a second. As you pass by this door, you can see that it's marked E29D. And you catch a glimpse of Kurisu inside. You keep going, though, because the demeanor of the agents literally are frustrated. Do not come near me. I am so done with this job right now. They are frustrated.
Just
but
wait.
you at least know where Kurisu is.
All right.
A few of the other doors appear to hold onto people with a variety of magic symbols. So instead of the guards, it seems like somebody has gone ahead and sealed the door with arcane energies. Ori points out to one of those doors, and he jumps down off of Lotus.
Oh, this is the one!
And you can see on the door is a gold magic seal. And he uses his hands and he places them on the door, and the seal just breaks, and it breaks in like a pretty glitter. He opens the door, and inside of the room, you see a gigantic obsidian obelisk, kind of like the one from the cathedral almost. It's got similar gold runic symbols on it, and you see the House of Blood cultist is chained with the chains made out of the gold magic.
Torture him all you like. The chains will heal him so he can't use his bloody powers anymore. Pain, pain, and more pain.
Alright, hold on. Question, DM. Is this the same guy that we left on the side of the road, or is this a new guy?
It's the same guy. He got captured.
Okay, just double checking, like making sure. Hana's gonna... Does he have his hood down? Can we see his face?
Yeah, his hood is down.
Okay, cool. And, alright, cool. Hana's gonna walk in, like, well, long time no see. We're back.
Ugh, you people again.
How's it hanging? Ha ha! Come on, laugh. It's funny. Ha! There you go. That wasn't so hard, now was it? We got some more questions for you, and if you are willing to, cooperate and stuff like that, these two won't have to do anything untoward.
Or he's gonna climb up on the obelisk and he's gonna perch himself like a freaking bird or a cat or something. He's like, I'm ready to pounce.
See, there you go. This one's eager. I'd be careful of him. He's a little too eager, one would say. So, just for the record, can you please state your name?
I think his name was Gregory.
I think it was Gregory, but I need to hear it out of your mouth, mister.
My name is Gregory.
Gregory, fantastic. Thank you. That wasn't so hard. You were so tight-lipped before. Alrighty, fantastic, Gregory. And let me correct me if I'm wrong. You are the House of the Blood or the House of the Void?
I am from the House of the Blood.
Okay, fantastic. Right on the right track. All right, so here's the thing. We're gonna go on this lovely little expedition into whatever little pocket dimension your cult crawled out of. So we just need to know a couple questions. Do you know what's on the other side of that?
On the other side of what?
On the other side. What's in the void? Where's the House of Blood?
Hold on. He needs to roll something.
No problem. I guess the real question is how high up are you on the totem pole? You may not be able to answer some of these questions.
Oh god.
Tell me all your secrets. I don't know any secrets.
Yeah, right.
I'm an intern.
Okay. I needed to roll to see how much he knew.
Okay.
Okay. The House of the Blood is sanctioned here. What's beyond the veil of the void is beyond me.
Oh, so the House of Blood is on the material plane.
Correct.
All right, fantastic. Good to know. Have you been into the void?
I have not.
Like, not at all?
No.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Insight check. And it's gonna come from Hana. I can't remember what her insight. Okay, it's not a bad insight. Alright, old girl. Oh. 13?
13. As far as you are aware, he is saying the truth. He's telling you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't tell if it's because of who he is or what he is, or if that legitimately is, like, he has no idea. Like, as a person, he has no idea.
Alright. If I'm correct, last time we did this with you, you were able to name Annabelle, like, by actual name.
Correct.
What do you know about her?
I know that she is the daughter to Shari Alamonte
Mm-hmm.
and Thanatos Alamonte.
Mm-hmm. Do
What
you know
more do you
anything
want?
else? Well, I think we kind of already know her motive. She's trying to bring the family back together.
Correct.
Not well. Apparently, that's not is not a good thing. So I guess my question for you is: if you're the House of the Blood, and apparently the House of the Void is, kind of if there's so many houses, I hope I'm not getting them mixed up. What's your deal then? Where do you sit on the totem pole? You're like an intern, or are you a high priest, or what are you doing here?
I am what you call a high priest, if that's how you word it.
Fantastic. Do you think that your house is going to be an issue?
It's hard to say. We follow Annabelle's leadership at this time.
Ah, so you will be an issue. How big is the house?
Not exactly an issue when I'm chained up.
Well, not you specifically. Quiet. No, don't quiet. How many? How many of you are there? How big is the house?
I do not know how big our numbers are. That is without my jurisdiction.
Ah, you're a high priest and you don't know how many people are in your fold? That sounds suspicious.
Our people have been placed into hiding.
So okay, fine. Then how many people do you know? Are you just operating like, by yourself?
It was just me, myself, and I until all my partners were murdered by your massacred hands.
Now hold on. I didn't do any of that. I look at like Lotus a little nervously, like did she's like kind of shakes her head like I don't think we did. She's like, so you've just been operating on your own. Then how do you know about so pretty much she's just bringing the House of Blood together, whoever's left.
Correct. Whoever she could find from the House of Blood and the House of Void.
Do you know how many she's found already?
I do not.
So, well then how's she been contacting you? I don't believe some of this, my friend.
Through the shadows. She moves through the shadows.
Shadows. Shadows! I don't know. I can't remember. I think I may have asked this question, but I just want to double check and make sure. Is this like an ability, the seeing dead people? Is it an ability I could turn on and off, or is it just something that I could just do?
It's like an aura. Like it's just a full-time, all-around aura.
Okay. I would like to see if I see anything in the room with us.
Yeah. Roll me a perception check with advantage.
Okay, cool. Ooh, 23.
Oh, hot diggity damn. You do catch a glimpse of a woman in a red gown who just kind of disappears through the wall.
I will hold up my finger like, wait a minute, and then I'm going to walk, like, very cautiously over to where she was standing.
Okay.
I don't know how big this room is. Can I see the entire room, or do I have to move around the room to kind of see what's going on?
You can see the entirety of the room. It's like a 20 foot by 20 foot kind of
square.
square.
Oh, okay. So the cell isn't as big as I thought. When you said obelisk,
No.
I was like, oh damn, that's a really big room.
Yeah, like it's not like this tiny thing. It is like a tall obelisk.
Okay, all right.
Like the ceiling, it's like if I were to explain it even further, the ceiling is high, but the room itself is small.
Okay, cool. Woman in a red cloak.
Red dress.
Oh, so I can see her face?
Yeah.
What does she look like? Does she look familiar?
She did not look familiar. I will give you that one.
Okay, cool.
She looked like malnutrition has come to her face. She was very, like, I don't want to say skeletal-like, but very thin. Extremely thin, extremely pale, dark circles around her eyes.
Alright. Woman in a red dress. Doesn't look familiar. The odds of him seeing dead people are probably really friggin' thin. Let me see. Trying to think, because he does some of the questions that I asking is just like, oh well, it didn't. Okay, alright, let's try this. As I come and sort of walk back, cautious. What? Do you know what we can expect from this?
What do you mean, expect from this? From what?
Like, are you we've encountered some Eldritch monsters. Are you guys creating those as well? Well, should we obviously we're going to expect some resistance if we can't manage to sneakily do this. So, are you making monsters or?
Anna needed to carry out what her mother could not. Shari was able to create a spell that allowed an alternative pot to be used for this Blood King ritual.
Wait. She was trying to do the Blood King thing too?
Her father failed, so she wanted to succeed. Her mother proceeded with the work, and Annabelle followed suit.
I see. Look at you giving up information willingly. You're being really good. You may get to, I don't know, you may not have to have anything awful happen to you. That's wonderful.
He coughs up a little blood. And then
Ori,
the
what
blood
are you
starts
doing up there?
disappearing.
Ori, what are you doing up there? Come now. Let's not be uncivil. He's giving up the information. Willingly, I am assuming.
I didn't do anything.
All right. Well, kind of give him an OU kind of look. All right. So, there's a special spell? Is the book needed for that spell?
The book is necessary for any of her magic.
So that book is really important. So we do have to take the book from her. Does she keep it on a person at all times?
I do not know. I only saw her with the book for that short little bit of time.
What about the creature?
The creature was her father.
Yes. Have you been in contact with him?
I have not.
I'm trying to think here because I feel like there may be some things that we may be missing. Could I possibly? Could I get a little more time to think of some questions if we come back to me, DM?
Yeah, and we can loop right back to the detective and Viscous.
Thank you,
find out, guys? So, how did decoding go?
I didn't know what my time crunch was, so I am currently working on an Excel formula that will solve it for me, but in the meantime, I found one online.
Wow.
We'll be here for hours if you want me to do this thing by hand, okay?
I mean, realistically, that's actually what your character's doing right now.
Right, realistically. However, we have 3 hours.
So what'd you learn?
Blood snow. Once prolonged restoration 10 minutes. A light dusting of snow covered in blood falls to the ground in a 20-foot sphere. All living creatures within the sphere have their movement speed cut in half as the blood within them starts to freeze. At the start of their turn, they will take 3d6 cold damage, 2d4 necrotic, and their movement speed is reduced by half again. As long as they remain in the sphere, this will keep happening on their turn until the movement is reduced to 0. When this happens, they are frozen and considered incapacitated.
Hooray. So, Aaron breaks...
Actually, if you keep cutting speed in half, it will never actually reach 0.
Oh my god. You get the context of the spell, though.
I mean, realistically,
put
at what
those-
point does it...
Put those glasses down!
Let's see, 30, 15, 7.5, 3, 3.25. Okay, so about 6 or 7 turns is effectively 0.
Yes.
Okay.
Aaron will break a little bit. Okay. Whew. That was something. So, can you cast it? Did you do it?
Oh, me. I don't know if I want to do it, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some convention out there in Europe that this violates to many degrees.
Fine, I guess. Whatever. Shall we move on to the next one?
Sure.
Alright. And then she's gonna log back into her book there, and I will give you the second code. Hana. You're still with the guy. Oh shit.
Ass! I'm still with the guy. What happened? Oh, that's not great.
So yeah, Hana, what's up?
I can't believe you crashed his computer with binary code.
Wow, when the NPC is so powerful, it crashes the computer in real life.
Okay,
Oh,
oh
Digital
dear.
magic for you.
Oh dear.
This NPC's too powerful. I need to put her away.
All right, so we're back. Okay, I do have a question. I'm just trying to understand some things, and since you are supposedly a high priest of the House of Blood, supposedly, you said that Annabelle's goal was to bring the family back together. Her mother's dead. Or is she?
He will side-eye you.
Oh, hold on now. I caught that. Is she dead?
As far as I know, she is dead. But the
It's-
Blood King works mysteriously.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Don't fail me. Alright, insight check. Okay, cool. So I think she has the highest insight. Yeah, she's got the highest insight out of the two. Okay, so I'm like, yeah, okay, good. She should be doing this interrogation. Alright, cool. 12.
Okay, with that 12, as far as you're aware, she's dead.
Can I roll an insight for Miss Lotus?
Sure.
Cool. It's not as high as Hana's, but that doesn't mean anything. She could easily get a higher number. Only marginally better. 15.
As a reminder, we can give ourselves the help action.
We can give ourselves the help.
We can.
Yes, because I think it's funny. With the 15, yeah, it's still he's not lying. This is a chained up man. Like, he's in hostile regions, surrounded by enemies. He's chained up. He's got 3 of those said enemies right in front of him.
He's not real enough to just not sing like a canary. All right.
And these chains have healing properties, which means you can inflict as much pain to him, and he's just going to keep healing over and over again. So he knows he can't bullshit right now. He's in no position to bullshit.
All right. All right. Well, then, okay, fine. If Mother Dearest is dead, is she trying to bring back the Blood King to see if he can bring back her ma?
Correct. And father, for that matter.
She's trying to fix Daddy Dearest too, because he's still there. Just
Not in this plane. When he's in this realm, he appears as this creature. But when he is in the void, he's human.
Oh. Okay. So. Okay, that's a good piece of information. Hold on. I'm writing stuff down. Like really trying to like spark notes it here.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. I don't know. It just seems a little strange to do all of this. Bring back an Eldritch king in the hopes that he'll bring back her mom. I deal in death, mind you. And there are ways to bring people back from the dead. This one just seems pretty... This seems like a very roundabout way. And who's to say that this is a sort of monkey's paw? You are a house of blood. What are the odds of this actually even working? And and death help you if you don't actually answer me. You are not a priest.
Fairly high. She needed to find body parts, and so she got the body parts.
Wait, what?
Each victim, she extracted blood, and she ripped up body parts to present as an offering to the Blood King.
Are the body... Hold on, I'm just trying to make sure, because what I'm thinking is pretty dark. Is she gonna try to, like, use the body parts to kind of create a vessel for her mother's soul?
No, the Blood King. He was separated into several different fragments from you Dominion scum.
Ah, all right. So this is for the Blood King. This isn't for her mom.
No, she theorizes that in doing this, she can gain favor of the Blood King.
Do you know if she's got all the pieces?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Would it be beneficial if we took those two?
Maybe.
Did
He
you
coughs up
wanna-
more blood.
Thank you, Ori. Did you want to say yes? Say
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right. So not only do we need the book. So wait. So the body parts are still there. She just has them. Yeah.
Yes.
In the void.
Yes.
And you and the Void Cult are waiting to do this whole sacrifice to bring back the Blood King.
Yes.
See, this is pretty easy, yeah?
Our king will rule once more.
Yeah, that's what you say. We'll succeed.
It'll make the Dominion pay for the fall of our kingdom.
Look, I've only been here for like what, a couple of weeks, about a month. All this, it's pretty it's all pretty new to me. Not gonna lie, I literally just got finished making a pact with the House of Death, so.
It's your funeral.
One day, as will be yours, and who knows? Maybe you may end up on my table one day. Don't worry, I treat everyone with respect, making sure that they go off into the great beyond or wherever they're meant to go with dignity.
I don't.
Well, it's a good thing you're not a mortician. Okay, all right. So we also need to steal a bunch of body parts. That's new. I didn't expect that. And she does have them all. So this is so she's been playing the long game. How
Yes.
long have you known about this?
For years. Since we
4
lost Cherie.
4 years or 3 years?
4 years. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Like the number. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so this has been going on for 4 years. So yeah, she really has been playing the long game.
Roll me a
Hey.
history check.
Oh yes. I think actually Hana's good at history. She's not. No, that's right. I'm looking at Lotus. Hana. No, even worse. Cool, no problem. I'll use the help action on myself. Give myself a chit. She has a 0. There's nothing there.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
I'm
read a
like-
book and you forget it the next day.
Exactly. So it just okay. Like I said, we're just rolling straight. 16.
16. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, so
Okay.
you do remember at the very, very beginning of this investigation that each site that had occurred that you had information for had body parts missing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you kind of figured out, oh shit, yeah, Annabelle was the culprit. She was the one who was collecting all the body parts for this site, right? Now, with that being said, you do also remember that, how do I want to explain this with a 16? That with the body parts, and with her spell book, you may just want to take the spell book, because he phrased it in a way that made it sound like she needs the book more than anything.
But the body parts are. Wait, hold on. I just wanted to like double check and make sure that like I'm understanding this correctly. I think I do, but I just want to make sure I'm not mishearing. These body parts are pieces of the Blood King that got spattered, or these body parts are just like being sacrificed as like symbolic.
So these are body parts that are symbolic of the separation pieces, or separated
Gotcha.
pieces of
Okay.
the Blood King.
Okay. I thought these were like the actual pieces. I said, oh, that's really bad. That's really freaking bad. Okay. Cool. I just want to make sure that I understood that. Okay, so if that's the case, then yeah. Alright, so we have body parts 4 years. A dead mom she's trying to bring back, and a dad that she's trying to fix. And okay. Alright. Trying to think if there's
one fucked up family.
yeah, for real. I'm just like, God, girl. Really trying to think to make sure. Ori,
Yes,
have you been paying attention this whole time?
of course.
Is there anything you'd like to ask this gentleman?
Can I kill him now?
No. He's actually been quite cooperative. So no, not. I mean, we weren't really authorized to kill him. We were just authorized to rough him up a bit. So no. Mr. Gregory, is there anything else that you would like to volunteer?
I do not know if there is any more information I could provide.
Are you sure?
I'm a dead man either way.
Are you? I don't know. From one spellcaster to another, I think I could ask you a different question. What kind of spells do you know? Anything we need to look out for? Do you guys all know the same spells?
There are a variety of spells out there. We focus primarily on blood magic. Eldritch kind.
Makes sense. All right, cool. Lotus has probably dealt with stuff like that before. All right. Well, I mean, for what it's worth, we appreciate your cooperation. Or at least, I do. I'm gonna look over. Is that woman back?
Not where you originally saw her.
Oh, where is she now? I don't like
She's-
that. That kind of.
she walked through the door that you came in and walked back out.
So she's standing. Oh, so she's standing. She was standing behind us, and now she's gone again.
Yep.
Gregory, can you see that?
See what?
Did you see another person in the room, Gregory?
There is no one else in the room.
Does a woman in a red dress mean something to you, Gregory?
He twitches.
Now, Gregory, if you may not see her, but I can. Does a woman in a red dress mean something to you?
He remains silent, but you can visibly see he's clenching his jaw. And blood starts kind of dripping down his mouth a little bit. But as the blood is dripping, it's disappearing a bit.
Ori, hold on. If that's you, just give him a minute.
It's not me this time.
Gregory. Now, I know you don't like me. I know you don't like any of it. But I'm talking to you as not someone who's working for this organization. I'm talking to you as someone who's dealt with things like this many a time. What does a woman in the red dress mean to you? I won't say a word about it, I promise. And just to like really drive that home, I'm going to use my newfound telepathy to start talking to him in his head.
Shit.
Haha! I can't read his thoughts, but I can like communicate with them like in his head. Hold on, let me like double check, make sure I can't read his thoughts. Hold on. Let me like double check, make sure I can read his thoughts. Nope, not that. My god, when you reach like a high enough level, it's
God.
It's so hard to find what you're looking for.
There's just so much there.
Exactly. Okay. Old one, pack magic, blah, 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 blah. You can telepathically speak to any creature you can see within 30 feet of you. Or if it understands at least one language. Okay. So, yeah, I can't read his mind, but I can speak to him. So I'm speaking to him in his head right now. Gregory, I won't tell a soul. Because I've seen her twice. Please tell me.
He remains silent and shakes his head.
Hold on. Give me a second. Double checking something. That's not... Okay, no. It will not help me. Cloud kill. That would not help me at all. Oh my damn. Let's see. Now, again, speaking in his head. I don't know if I can talk to them just yet. I've just gotten this power. Would you like me to say something to her?
How do I explain it? His body relaxes in a way where it looks like he just kind of gives up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks up to you.
Mm-hmm.
What languages do you speak again?
I speak, I speak Aarakocra, Orin, Common, and Elvish.
And what about Lotus?
Lotus speaks Celestial, Common, Giant, and Loxodon.
Okay. So you won't understand what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
So he says, Sanguius Rubius Manabit.
Sanguius. Rubiet.
Rubius.
Mana. Rubius. Mana. Bit. Close enough. Alright. Is she is she in the room again?
No, she is not.
Well, she's not here right now. But she has been here. Just kind of watching. And I will offer this to you. Not as a, a member of this order, but as a member of my actual profession. If you ever want to talk about it, I'm here, alright? I know you don't believe me and I know you don't like me, but I take my profession very seriously. So, if you want to talk, just let me know.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we leave?
No.
All right, then. We'll leave you be. Come on, Ori.
So Ori climbs down the obelisk, but he's not climbing naturally. He's going, face first downward, but he's heading right towards the guy. And as he reaches him, he grabs a hold of his neck, and he just rips his head off.
Damn it, Ori! Lotus, grab him!
Yeah.
Reaches up with her trunk, tries to snatch him off.
Roll me a strength check.
Okay, alright. Straight check. Alright, cool. Well, she's definitely got the oomph for it. Not rolling high tonight. 14.
Okay, so you do manage to grab him. He's still holding the head in his hand.
Freaking Hana is going to fly up. She's an aircraft. She's gonna fly up and take the head out of his hand and try to put it back on.
The founder's orders, founder's orders.
Quiet, you. I'm gonna try to put it back on. Make sure
Thank you.
Everything's lined up. Come on, change, do your thing. I don't have greater restoration. Or do I? Hold on. I don't think that's a thing that I... Hold on, let's not... I have lesser restoration. I don't think it's gonna sew someone's head back on. Nope. So, do the healing chains work?
The healing chains do not work what's already dead.
Yeah. It was a really, really long shot in the dark. Damn you, Ori, you little nutcase. Wait, hold on. Wait, no, not you. Not you.
Oh.
I'm gonna look around. Dead people are dead people. I can see dead people. What, is he there?
Not yet, at least.
Yeah, okay, I figured take a minute. Well. What about the woman in red?
She's not there either.
Okay, alright. Get out of here! Lotus, get him out of here! Shooing them away. Lotus is gonna take him. Walk him out of the room like a toddler.
So before we continue on, we're gonna go back to the detective.
No problem.
You golden there?
Yep, I just finished adding them both into D&D Beyond.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What was your second ability?
Second ability is so you have Bloody Blade control. I've adjusted it a little bit myself to fit this specific situation because Abraham doesn't have blades. He has a gun. So I named it Bloody Brass Knuckles.
Love it.
And that just makes what I'm about to say so much worse. No, the brass knuckles. Okay, where'd it go? Because I want to read the renaming. Blood covers the wielder's knuckles. The user must make a melee attack against a target and succeed. The blood will remain until a hit is successful. On hit, the blood will soak into the open wound of the target, who must make a Constitution saving throw based off of your spell save DC. On a fail, the target is charmed for 2 rounds and under the caster's direct control. So, I can pimp slap.
With blood.
With blood?
Is that not a pimp slap?
Oh, Lord.
This is the worst thing I have ever written.
You mean the best?
I don't know how I don't know what comments I'm allowed to make being a man in a room full of women right now.
Do it.
All
of them.
I'm already
make all
saying
the
everything.
comments.
We're here
It's
for
me and
you.
Miranda. What the fuck do you want from us?
Sanity?
Brittany's a lady.
The sanity's been gone for a long time. Like,
Did you say Brittany's a lady?
Brittany's a lady.
I appreciate that comment.
Me and
we are
Miranda are
trash
pals.
friends.
Yeah.
You're not trash friends. None of my friends are trash.
I'm a
They're
raccoon.
They're all treasures.
Like, come on. I guess somebody else's trash is somebody else's treasure.
And dude, oh god, that was so saccharine. Even I was like, ugh.
Holy.
Man. Gosh darn it.
Anyways, you were gonna say something?
No.
No.
Damn.
Lame.
Missed opportunity.
I know.
Debatable.
Speak your truth, Steven.
There's nothing I want to add. I'm just letting the recording know I feel bad about putting this item onto my character, who is a cop.
Hey, I'm here to support any decision you make for your character right now. Let's go. If you want a pimp slapping, bitch slapping cop, do it.
That's amazing.
I was even thinking either like a pimp slap or a pistol whip would be. A pistol whip sounds a lot cooler and in line with what I had for the character, but. Yeah. I mean, I could just make it. I just don't know, like bloody pistol sheath. That's not nearly as cool as bloody brass knuckles.
No. Oh, good times. So, you finish solving the 2 pages. And when you finally decode the last and final page, the color in the room begins to bleed away, draining like ink in water, leaving nothing but the cold, sterile gray of a world slowly being erased. Aaron remains motionless, their form frozen like a statue before you. You are free to move and to breathe unaffected by whatever has befallen the room. But the others doesn't seem to be the case. However, a sharp chill runs through your spine as you realize that someone in the room is missing. The one with the goat. Yeah, it's Viscous. Oh, man, little buddy. The one with the goat mask is nowhere to be seen. The silence of the room is gnawing at you, as both of you try to scan the room to kind of like figure out what's going on. But then it hits.
Oh, Viscous is also moving?
Yes, when I say you, I'm referring to both of you, your characters.
Oh, okay.
In the plural.
Yes. In the plural sense, yes. Then it hits you. You hear the sounds of laughter crawling underneath your skin. It echoes in the rafters above, bouncing off the walls and filling the silent void. You look up to see perched like a predator, the ghost-masked individual. The mask, no longer a mask. It's now melded into their skin with their flesh twisting and warping onto them, the edges of the mask blending into their face. He laughs again, but this time the laughter rattles you deep down into your core. Without any warning, he falls from the rafters. A sudden blur of darkness envelops him in a shroud as he lands just before you. The shadows of the void clinging to him, reminding you of the pact you made long ago. This is your patron, the patron of the void. You truly have become remarkable, little one. Oh, where are my manners? I should appear before you in a more suitable matter that better suits your taste. The shroud completely covers him, only to fade away to reveal a man wearing a black turtleneck and white pants with a long white trench coat. I wrote
Steve
down
Jobs?
goat. Yeah, Steve Jobs. He has a black goat horns that protrude from his light blonde hair. He wears black leather gloves that he uses to flick away the hair to reveal the third eye. His other two eyes stare with two dark purple irises, kind of like sparkling with this almost space-like sense to them. Like as if you're looking at the night sky. You can relax. I'm only here to act as a witness and moderator. It seems two of my contracts are in a scuffle, and I'd like to see an end to this. Wouldn't you?
The entire time this is happening, Abraham is like actively avoiding viewing it directly.
Oh, what's the matter, darling? You miss your old friend? Come on.
No, that's not the term we used.
Very right. Very true. But now, shall we get down to business? And he will give a light little clap. And from within the shadows steps the creature. The one that you faced in the forest.
The one I banished?
The one you banished!
Okay, that was like the big
dude.
Oh, the big dude that was actually the dad?
Yeah, the big freaky looking dude.
Okay. Oh, and this is like a holographic projection, or is he like actually there? Or do I not know?
I was gonna say you can try to roll an Arcana check if you'd like.
Yes, Abraham will. Viscous doesn't care.
Viscous is just here for the ride.
Uh-huh.
I'm telling you, he and Ori will get along so well.
Oh, there it is. 15.
15. So you can tell that this is some sort of like illusion almost. He's not actually present here.
Okay.
The creature does start to take the shape of a human figure, dressed in the purpley black robes with the silver jewelry and like the black veininess all over his body with the oily black hair. I'm not looking for any fight. I only appear to you as a shadow. I wish to have a discussion with you and nothing more.
Okay, this is the void creature, not the void patron talking now.
Yeah!
Great! Okay!
What do you know of the day the Dominion defeated the Blood King?
I don't know what to ask for this, like... God. I'm going to need some assistance, like me, Steven, personally, to recount this, if I want to recount this.
Of course.
So the question is, do I want? Do I want to tell the enemy why he was defeated? I guess I don't know. Insight check on the vibe. Is this something that would be? Because Abraham would know better than I would in this sort of situation. Is this a mutually, or this? Always, I guess first and foremost, this is a. Excuse me. This is a conversation my patron is demanding that I have.
Yeah, so you're kind of like in a, I don't want to say a pocket dimension like thing.
Time stop.
But you're in a time stop with just your patron, the enemy, and yourself with Viscous.
And Viscous is also there. Night of the Void Release. So is he talking about the Night of the Void Release?
No, he's referring to the actual creation of the Dominion, basically. Like the history of how the Dominion was formed and when they defeated the Blood King.
Okay. And
So
if I need to roll, what's up?
No, I was going to say he's just asking specifically how much you know. Or what do you know of it?
If I'm required to, if you want me to roll for this, I will, because I thought this was something that would be in my notes or in a link that you sent. I'm not finding that anywhere. So that would be, there's a Carla. So above the table, this is when the mothers were, they in a sense united with their tomes to overthrow the Blood King, and from there, once he was banished, they established the Sisters, who established the Dominion.
Close. You're extremely close. The
Okay.
Dominion was formed from the betrayal of two other houses, the House of Death and the House of War. They banded together with those who opposed the Blood King, the Sisters being the allies. And then they used whatever means necessary, basically, to tear apart the Blood King, separate him into different pieces, and throw each piece into a void portal.
Okay, so House of Death and War ally with Sisters to create the Dominion and defeat the Blood King with a Chronos-style execution. And he's basically asking for that exact information.
Pretty much, however you would like to word it, or conceal.
Say, or follow-up question: the Sisters are a separate entity or a subsect of the houses?
It's its own separate entity, is the best way to explain it.
Okay. So some of the houses split off and allied with another organization, created this organization that we now know as the Dominion, and split the Blood King into all the many pieces.
Correct.
Correct. This was a test.
Think about it. They didn't outright kill him. I'd often wondered why they didn't just kill him. Why go through the troubles of dismembering him?
Is that possible?
Very possible. I theorized that despite everything that they had, they still didn't have enough power to fully kill him. So instead they tore him apart, piece by piece, as though they had enough to at least defeat him. But what if, instead, someone else ended him, took his power, and became the new opposing force to these so-called heroes?
And I don't suppose you mean the ball of slime in the corner. And Viscous will wave.
If the blobby thing wants to do that, then the blobby thing can.
Oh, so you're not even trying to claim this for you're not trying to even claim the throne as your own, you're just saying to disperse the power.
What I'm saying is that the Dominion has created a utopia, a false world of theirs. Fit with their own rules. They tried to put an end to magic with the hopes that only they would retain their power, but ended up burying themselves within these crystals. What they didn't know is that piece by piece, the land would eventually come to magic again. Despite everything, magic still flowed through the lands and couldn't be stopped. So, sound asleep in her pretty little stone, the founder, the so-called person, she began to regain that mana she lost. And she realized this was happening when her corporeal form took shape. She saw what the world had become, saw what everything happened in her absence. The magic was still around. With the pesky founder back, came the eradication of all of our descendants. Each a house beyond the Dominion were falling by her hands. Tell me, what do you know of war?
It's a lot worse than hell, I'll tell you that.
We were hunted, slaughtered like cattle. All because she wanted to maintain order and control magic. She wanted to ensure that nothing like the Blood King could happen again. We went into hiding until I devised a plan to resurrect the king and bring him back to his full glory. With the king back, the Dominion would have an opposing force again. Something strong enough to restore balance within this world. Blood will spill, yes, that I cannot change. But I come with you with this one warning. You will not stop me. We will open the rifts and bring forth the era once more. We will resurrect him. I will see that this will be the end to the Dominion, and the new age of magic will reign. If you try to stop me, I will personally see your deaths come to fruition.
I'm trying to write all that down. So full credit to you, Miranda. I've never been so engaged in a campaign before.
Hooray!
Okay, so notes say House of Death. No, that's everything. Okay, so Dominion didn't have all the power to kill the Blood King, but separated the pieces and tried to keep the power to themselves. Dominion hunted down Blood King descendants. Survivors went into hiding. Dominion created false utopia with them on top. And then you will not stop me. We will open the rifts and resurrect him. This will be the end of the Dominion, and a new age of magic will come. Blood will be spilled, and if you try to stop me, your death will come to fruition. Did I miss anything?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay. So what would you have me do?
Stand down and do not fight.
So that's it. We just stand by and watch the tapestry on the castle get changed while we all just try to avoid the crumbling of the castle while a new one's resurrected. Is that it?
Or you side with me.
And then I'll look over at... Is the patron still there?
Oh yeah, he's still there. He basically summoned up a chair. He's floating in this chair, and he's got a white fluffy cat in his lap that he's petting.
Of course. All I can think of right now is like the Doctor Strange skit from Marvel Rivals. You know the one I'm talking about?
I think I've seen a clip of it. I can already tell you're trying to find it.
Uh-huh. Surprising no one. Like that?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so I asked Stand by the side or ally. What about the people? What the
What
guy that
about
makes my coffee? Is he gonna suffer in all this? He's gonna
Like
never
I
had a
said,
fight to put up.
blood will spill. I cannot control whose blood. Sacrifices will be made.
I'll look over at my patron. And what would you have me do?
Oh, don't look at me. I'm just trying to be a moderator here.
God, I wish Viscus had a little more personality that I could use.
He's literally your character. You can give him a personality.
No, I am basing these off of specific people in a video game. Viscus, like, he has a goal, like, defending his own, but that's it. Let me guess. I'm the only one you've come to, or does anyone else know?
Nobody else knows. We're the only ones that have a common entity. And he will look over at the patron.
Oh! Steven made the connection. What does a new age of magic bring?
New powers. New careers. Better lives. Nobody would be restrained by the confines of the Dominion controlling the magic. Everyone will have access to magic again. Because right now, we live in a society where individuals do not have access to the same abilities we do.
Thank you for making me have to work through this. Actually, it's not just a clear-cut decision.
Aren't I just the greatest? I'm not asking you to make a decision now. You will have time. That is all I can say.
I'll nod. And then turn to the patron.
Thanatos, he'll just start returning into the shadows as they start to surround him.
You seem to have something you want from this.
Oh no, I just want to see you guys get along. I want all of my pretty little puppets to play nicely.
I'm gonna grimace at that.
I do have to say all of that was fairly interesting. You do hear the sound of a raven cawing in the room as well.
From where?
Somewhere in the rafters.
We're in a time stop.
It appears that there was an audience.
I'm gonna pull out my pistol and try to find it.
Okay. Roll me a perception.
I'll have both of them. Can I have both of them roll?
Yeah.
Here. Oh, nope. There it goes. Of course, Viscus rolled a 5. Then roll a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just shoot into the rafters.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for an attack. With disadvantage.
22.
Oh, you fucker. So, you managed to hit the raven. And it comes falling down from the rafters, and as it's falling down, it starts to take a little bit of a shape, and it takes the shape of a human who does not land gracefully on his feet. But he does kind of get up from the ground, and he picks up his kind of like patched up hat, and he puts it on his head, and he adjusts his kind of like patchwork trench coat as well. He's got this white shaggy hair. He's got kind of like this yellowish tinge to his skin. He almost appears to be kind of like a half elf almost. And you do notice that he's got a wooden arm. Like it's a regular normal looking arm, just completely made out of wood, and he's moving it around as he's adjusting his clothing. And he's got these stitch marks that line from the corners of his mouth and goes across his cheek.
Does Stephen recognize this entity from a different...
Steven better recognize this
I was
entity.
about to say that. I was just like, oh, that sounds extremely familiar.
Y'all better recognize this entity.
Why do you do this to me?
Also, the visual of him shooting him out of the air, and he has to kind of like get up with this, still trying to have this air of mystery and dignity is really funny. Shot him out of the rafters.
My oh my, that is quite the shot you got there.
Damn it. Yeah, okay.
So this is Copper.
Uh-huh.
He is another patron individual. He is the Fey patron that has appeared in multiple one-shots that I have ran, as well as the campaign that I also ran as well. So this is a little cameo specifically for Steven here.
I want to react, but Abraham will say, should I put on coffee at this point?
Nah, no need. I was just, observing, if you would. Don't mind me.
Observe quieter next time.
My apologies. I'll do a little better next time. And he will tip his hat and
He's
turn
actually going
back
to do better
into-
next time.
and he's gonna turn back into a raven and fly back up into the rafters.
We look at the void. Anyone else I should know about?
Oh, just this cute little guy right here. And he scritches the neck of, or the chin of the cat.
Is the cat moving?
The cat's
Oh
moving.
wait. Oh, sorry. I thought the cat was something in the time step. Hello. Gonna do like a, like an almost mocking vow or bow of like I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this.
The cat stands up and gives a little bow.
Oh god.
Well, I feel like we have all done our parts today. What says you?
As you wish. I was very exasperated and just kind of looking away.
Playing this little game. And please, please try not to die. I do like my toys in nice, tip-top shape.
Gonna
And
like bite my tongue.
As you were doing that, the cat's gonna jump down. It's gonna jump into the shadows. And he will grab a hold of his face. And as he does so, the freaky kind of like goat-looking monster that he was before kind of reverts back as the edges of the mask begin to twist back into the shape and color starts to return to the world around you. The goat masked individual now falls completely down to his knees with like the wind basically knocked out of him as everybody else is kind of awake and now like, what? You were here, but now you're over there.
To the goat or to me?
That's just kind of like the expression of them trying to figure out what the frig is going on.
It worked. Let's move on.
Okay, cool. All right, let's take a little break for now, though, because I'm starting to not feel good. We're gonna break to the twins real fast, though.
Oh, I don't exist anymore.
What? Are you sure about that? You're still
Yeah,
here, though.
No, I've left this plane.
You've left the chat.
No. I'm still in the chat, but the twins have vanished. It's very sad.
Oh, rest in peace. They're in the
Yeah.
void.
Okay.
So, Kamina and Nisa will escort the twins down into the medical lab. The lab looks very similar to the lab that you guys were in for the cathedral. When you guys enter, you guys are alone. You do notice that there are security cameras within the room. And when Kamina gets into the center of the room, he will reach into his vest and grab 3 different pins. He's going to throw the pins, and he's basically aiming at all of the security cameras, which do shatter and break. Before turning to you, he does just, like, kind of quickly adjust his vest and kind of, like, makes himself a little bit more comfortable. So, although wildly no, Jay here, and you look down and you see on the table is Jay. Jay is hooked up to kind of like not a full-on life support system, but it is a bunch of different like medical devices that are kind of keeping him sustained. Jay here, he's a direct blood descendant of the House of War. Kind of grants him credible magical awareness. Because of this, he wandered home and apparently detected by a high level of magical energies. So, when that happened, next thing you know it, this poor guy was abducted, found, and later detained by Area 51 for training. He said it was aliens. But regardless, since that day has had this source of wild magic linked to his emotions. All data before he joined the Dominion is classified and out of our hands completely, but a recent mission to Paris has piqued some interest. Kamina worked with Jay, is kind of what he starts explaining. They were on a mission and they kind of noticed this unstable magic that resembled a cosmic essence. It's a type of magic that is associated with the void, and he goes on to explain that there was a connection with this cosmic energy that he's familiar with back from his homelands. It's the same kind of magic he experienced when the Void Gate was being opened by Thanatos. So he begins to explain that Jay's abduction happened around the same time as the night of the Void release. He claimed that magic of the cosmic essence is extremely unstable. But it does require a vessel to conjure up different results. And he will kind of unbutton the the patient's outfit Jay is wearing, and embedded into his chest is a large stone. Tell me, I have to ask your opinion on this here. How much do you really trust the Dominion?
The twins look at each other, and they kind of shrug. We don't really trust most people, just ourselves generally. We're only here because we kind of have to be.
Good. That is a really good start.
Wait, don't you work for the Dominion?
Not willingly.
And he'll kind of pull down the collar of his shirt to reveal burn-like chain scars along his neck.
Is it a curse?
You can use Arcana checks here to determine that.
Show. Shall. That
Full
one.
show.
Okay. $25.
Yeah, it is a curse.
Have you tried getting it removed, or is it just kind of much stronger than you thought?
It's a little stronger than I'd like. Let's just put it that way.
Wait, we're having a really interesting conversation right in front of Nissa.
Yeah?
Doesn't she also work for the Dominion?
Again, not by choice.
Damn, it feels like we are all here forced against our will.
I mean, think about it this way.
Mm-hmm.
It seems a little too coincidental. Two scientists, one with extensive medical knowledge, both with an unknown history, a criminal bloodbender and her caretaker, who are not of the House of Blood, a House of War descendant, and he gestures to Jay on the table, with a cosmic essence embedded into their chest, a detective rooted with magic from the void, and his partner both in possession of a matron mother book, a cleric associated with death, and a paladin who has an oath to the Watchers, a rare, unknown authority.
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds fishy.
Exactly. House of Pestilence, House of Blood, House of War, House of the Void, and House of Death. All that was missing from this roster was the House of Famine. And there's one strike team member who lives here within the Order, a mage who can focus on plants and earth magic. All you needed to do was gain his trust, and bada bing, bada boom, there he was. Easy.
Where do I fall into all of this? I don't really see a connection.
You need to extract a vessel, the essence of a vessel, to be able to gain the cosmic essence stone, whatever. And Kamina's kind of got to like gesture, oogly boogly, kind of like finger dancing magic on the stone on Jay's chest.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you this. Once Jay got the orders to come here, I reviewed the files myself, and I did some research on all the players in this little game.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, things weren't sitting right with me. It
Players.
hadn't been. Thank you, Steven. Overall, things weren't sitting right with me, and hadn't been for some time. So, I had an outsider place an enchantment on Jay in Paris. The trigger was this. If someone tried to extract the cosmic essence, then a barrier would be formed around the vessel. The catch was that the trigger required soul magic to be used, and that just so happens to be the magic that the founder is known for. So guess what happens? Barrier goes off. So I had a sneaking suspicion. Let's just say, the founder and I don't really get along very well. A Celestial doesn't normally play very nice with the dead, so I decided that maybe it was best to try to dig into things a little bit more within this company, whatever, this group here. Generally, in my opinion, things that are dead should generally stay dead. But when cosmic essence is being used to bring up, potentially immortality, let's just say, you need someone who's very familiar with it. So, that's where you come into my understanding.
Immortality. I feel like you know too much.
Like I said, I did a little digging. And he will kind of like nonchalantly be kind of like, ha ha ha, I'm proud of my work.
The one that's been talking the most is the twin with the short hair. She's got more of a goofy attitude. Where the other one with the long hair, the one that tends to wear the lab coat, is absolutely glaring daggers through this man. And back at the twin with the shorter hair. I don't know what you're on about, but we don't know much about immortality.
Sure. Whatever you say. Whatever makes you sleep better at night.
Well, so what's this got to do with the guy on the table hooked up to the machines?
So they need I'm going to use quotations here, a non-experienced in immortality research individual to be able to extract the cosmic essence from the body, from this vessel.
and be able to use the magic affinity to it to bring about a new... I didn't get that far into the research, but the whole thing just seems a little fishy. Kind of like it's cooking up a recipe for godhood, if you would. Bringing everyone all together, let alone near someone who has a catalyst for opening rifts to other dimensions as well, it just wasn't really sitting very nicely with me.
Right. So you just dragged us down here to talk?
Honestly, yeah. When Nisa gave me all the breakdown as to what was happening, I just wanted to kind of get your input as to what you really think of our employers.
I don't have an opinion one way or another. Whatever gets me out of this place.
He will kind of get up into your face. The one who just spoke.
Mm-hmm. That's the twin with the longer hair. The one who
Yeah.
has not been pleasant.
He's got one hand in his pocket, and he'll bring his sunglasses down so you can actually see his eyes. And when he looks at you, you can see his irises are completely rainbow, and they move and they dance in colors. Tell me, what exactly do you think someone is capable of if they were to have the powers of an immortal?
The twin with the shorter hair butts in. If we knew anything about immortality, which we don't, it doesn't work the way most people seem to think it does.
But what if it was in the hands of an individual who, let's just say, someone like the Founder? Someone who supposedly defeated the Blood King and brought about a new era and created this new world.
Sounds like they should already be immortal. Or figured it out.
He will stand back upright, and when he does that, you can see there's a visible shock that comes through him. As it looks like he's almost electrified. And he will kind of collapse down to the ground and falls unconscious. And Nisa will finally speak up. Looks like the Founder found out about the cameras.
The one with the longer hair will move towards him. I think I can. Maybe? Was the Founder the one who put the curse on him?
Yeah, the Founder was. Like he said, Celestials don't play nice with the House of Dead.
Yes, well. We'll see. I'm trying to see if I have anything that might... to remove it myself. Because I don't think just a simple remove curse spell is going to be able to really break it.
Cure wounds.
Huh?
Cure wounds.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work either. It says for remove curse, it's all curses affecting one creature. If the object is a cursed magic item, the curse remains, but the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object, so it can be removed or discarded. But I don't think a third level spell is going to be able to actually break whatever just happened. Can I make an Arcana check and a Medicine check? Both of them will do something on their own. It's like they both gathered around him and is like talking rapidly, and it's like jargon that Nissa might not pick up on.
Yeah, Nisa's smart. Let's see. I'll roll an intelligence check for her.
Like, almost, it's not, I wouldn't say it's like gibberish, but it's almost like a language that they're understanding themselves.
Okay. She can at least pick on bits and pieces, but you guys are probably talking too fast for her to actually, like, keep up.
Yeah. Okay, one of them, there's the Arcana check with a natural 20. and the other one is making a medicine check with a 15. God damn it.
With the medicine check, I'll start there first. Yeah, it looks like the curse went off and it electrocuted him.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems to be the premise of what this curse is. It's like a shock collar, is what it is. You do bad, you get shocked. You bark, you get shot. So, the Arcana check with the natural 20 there, the third level is probably not gonna break it.
I don't think you can upcast remove curse, though.
Technically, you can upcast anything. It's just some spells have a very explicit bonus to being upcast.
Oh, okay. Would I be able to tell, like, how strong of a spell I would need in order to break it?
Yeah, you're getting close to, like, 7th level.
I can't do that.
E.
I'm not high enough. The most I got is 6th.
Not yet. Dun, dun, dun.
What about Greater Restoration?
Good question.
You imbue a creature touched with positive energy to undo a deliberating effect. You can reduce the target's exhaustion level by 1 or end the following effects. 1 effect that charmed or petrified the target, 1 curse including the target's attunement to a cursed magic item, any reduction to the one's target's ability scores, 1 effect reducing the target's hit points maximum.
And what level can you cast that at?
It's a 5th level spell.
Because casting that may not necessarily break the curse, but it will at least pick him back up.
Yeah. That
So
feels like...
the benefit of warlocks is they get access to higher spells sooner.
Yes.
But that being said, the higher level spells are very specific spells. So my main level is level 5. That's the highest it will ever be. But I do have I do have a single spell that I can cast specifically at level 6. That was the one I was asking about. I forgot the name of it already.
They just kind of like pop him on the cheek to wake him up. Nothing they can do now, but maybe later.
Oh, by the way, Kamina wasn't the only one who wanted to talk to you. That void mark you have? Don't worry too much about it. But, as someone who is from the void, I'll give you a little heads up. The mark works like a communicator. It will allow you to interact with the void wherever the user may be, whoever casts it on you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you try hard enough, you could use it as a way to track them. So, when you guys enter the void, you might be able to utilize that to your advantage.
I don't remember which twin has it, but they both look at each other and look back at Nissa. Is the founder going to come down here and talk to us?
Maybe. It's hard to say. I could probably just pick him up and drag him.
We should probably get out of here then. Was there
Probably
anything
a good idea.
we needed to do for this poor corpse? I mean, this guy on the table?
He's not dead yet. No, I was merely just trying to bring you guys down here. You can examine him if you really wanted to, but we really just wanted to talk to you guys alone.
Fair enough.
In the meantime, and she's gonna fireman carry Kamina.
Makes me wonder
I'm
how
gonna
much
get him out of here.
file.
Yeah, the ball's in your court right now.
Escape plan being hatched. They'll follow Nissa out.
Okay. Going back to Hana and Lotus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are leaving the room with Ori, grasp into the trunk of the lovely elephant.
Ori, you little turd. What's wrong with you?
I was just doing my job.
You're crazy.
As you step into the hall, the temperature drops sharply. A light fog of air appears with every breath. The once sterile hallway now resembles something old and forgotten. The floor tiles are cracked and uneven, unlike before. The fluorescent lights above flicker in a slow, rhythmic pulse, humming with every flash of light in a dimly spaced environment that you've walked into. The agents that guarded the doorway where Kurisu was, gone. Not a trace, not even footprints. Just the eerie stillness of abandonment, thick with the scent of decay and iron. A scent you have come to recognize quite well. You turn to face the door you came out of, to see it is now shut tight. Painted across its surface in a thick, glistening blood is a sigil. Intricate, almost like roots of a tree or veins of a human body. Whispers begin. Low and layered, like 1,000 voices speaking just beneath the edge of comprehension. They seem to come from the walls, the ceiling, the air itself. Amongst the whispers comes a soft cry of pain and sadness. You turn slowly, drawn by the sound, soft, fragile weeping echoing from deep within the shadow. A woman draped in crimson robes. Her face is hidden behind a tattered veil, one that hangs like a mourning cloth. Her presence brings on a sense of familiarity, almost as if you've perhaps felt something like this before. She raises one hand, blood-covered fingers trembling as they reach out towards you. Without a sound, she appears before you 2 feet from your face. You don't even have the chance to react before you could feel the cold sensation of her fingers caress your hands.
Save my daughter from the grips of death that binds her, and the madness of this war. Corruption fueled her, and the whispers drove her to be this way. I was wrong, very wrong, and she should not live this fate that I had bestowed upon her. History will repeat itself, and the blood will be spilled. Please, I'm begging you. You must end this.
I stare. And I think I understand. I'll nod slowly. And I'll say, I'm going to try. I can't make promises like that. She's done a lot of pretty awful things. But I'll try.
Thank you.
And the woman will erupt in flames of green as everything in the corridor returns to normal. And down at the end stands the founder, and she's holding out a blade covered in green flames on her sword.
I kind of squint at that. Covered in
My
green.
apologies, but I did inform you that some of the spirits around here are truly unruly. This one is very, very problematic. One of the worst ones to speak to, probably. Spouting lies in the hopes of continuing their manipulative exploits.
Hey, that was pretty chilling, pretty scary. You got
Quite.
the ability to do that with just like any old ghost that's around here?
Well, being a spectral individual such as myself, I tend to have the ability to take care of any other entities that may be perusing around the halls.
Oh, so you don't just you can't exactly kill them, you just kind of shut them up. Hmm?
Pretty much.
Interesting. Well, no thanks to this one, you may have another one. Like, I point to Ori. I know thanks to this one, you may have another one to be bopping around here.
When you face Ori, you
Mhm.
do notice that kind of like these ghostly chains are now around his neck and wrists.
My face like immediately turns to that of like concern. Does Lotus see that too, or is it just Hana?
Lotus would see it too,
Hmm.
as long as Lotus is standing next to Hana.
Yeah, no, they're both. They're just kind of staring at it.
Don't forget what is most important right now. Stop Sister Annabelle and retrieve the book no matter what the cost will be.
Right. No matter the cost. I have my own curiosity. Do you know about a woman in red? In a red dress?
Yes?
You know anything about her, or she just kind of wander around?
She wanders. Quite often. Is a nuisance, pain, thorn in my side.
What does she do? You don't ever talk to them? See if you can comfort them? They are dead people.
I try to ignore them as much as I possibly can. Once you're dead, you cannot be helped.
Huh. Well, I don't really ascribe to that. Dead people got hang-ups too. And if you could talk to them, maybe you can ease a little bit of that pain.
That may be true.
Yeah, I encourage you to listen every so often. You'd be surprised what you might hear.
I will take that into consideration.
Well, we got what we, well, old buddy's dead. So, you know, whatever information we possibly could have gotten out of in the future is completely and totally gone. Maybe. I stare at Ori. But we got some interesting little bits and pieces.
Excellent.
We'll do the whole debriefing. You know, when we all come back together. So
Excellent. I look forward to hearing the reports.
yeah, look forward to giving them.
Now, I have work I need to attend to. Ori, come, boy.
And she will turn around and walk away, and Ori will kind of try to wriggle his way out of the trunk.
She'll Lotus will let him go.
And he will.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Master.
Lotus and Hana will just like watch them leave, and like as soon as they're like completely out of like sight, Hana's is gonna like butter to Lotus like, that was kind of fucked up, wasn't it? Lotus is like, yeah, something doesn't sit right with me. Yeah, we should probably find everyone else. Hana's gonna like just sort of look back towards the door that's shut that they came out of. Is the lady in red there?
No, the lady in red is gone.
Gregory there?
The body of Gregory is. His spectral spirit is not.
Oh, Gregory. I hope you don't get stuck here, because that would really suck. And for what it's worth, you may not have liked me very much, but I hope you rest in peace, bud. I sincerely hope you do. Got a perch on Lotus. Alright, let's go find everybody else. Elara, Detective Abraham, Viscus, one of them. Feel like we need to have a little interpersonal talk. And this is like, yeah, I feel like we do. And we shall away to wherever the DM puts us.
Is there anything anybody would like to do before I regroup you guys back in the conference room?
Ooh, I do have one question.
Yeah.
That I completely forgot to ask. On my second go around, that look that Gregory gave me when I asked about the lady in red, what expression was that? Like, was it that one? Was it that of grief, of anger, of sadness?
Of all of the above, running through all of the emotions at once. It
Okay.
was mostly of how does she know about the lady in red, kind of like the shock factor at
Mhm.
first, and then it would have turned to like kind of like the grief.
Mm. Okay. All right. That's all I needed to know. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
Nope.
Fantastic. So you guys all get the alerts on your bracelets to regroup back at the conference room to work through your strategy plan, if you would. So you guys are all in the conference room now. Kamina is alert. He's awake. It looks like he may have a severe headache right now. And Ori is in the room as well. In the corner, just like he was before. So all of you guys are now in this conference room, kind of like debriefing, if you would. Nisa again at the front of the table there. No matter what, our main goal is to ensure that the Blood King does not return. Founder's orders. In order to do this, the Special Ops team will be going into the Void directly, while Strike Team 2 will maintain a rift. We will also be acting as a defense mechanism to prevent any Eldritch from reaching the towns. Jazz here will be acting as a human catalyst. She will act in a way to sustain the flow of magic for the rift, while CJ is the caster to maintain the high level of magic. It's not going to be easy, I will admit that. Everyone will need to do their best. Strike Team 2, you will be on the defensive, as mentioned. The goal is to attack any Eldritch that may pass through. Best to do is to survive. Nothing more, nothing less. Special Ops, you guys, as mentioned, will enter the Void. You're going to track down the culprits. As instructed, you are to grab Annabelle's book, no matter what the cost is. Thanatos and Annabelle were both threats to the Order. To my understanding, and she's going to look up and she's going to see the Founder, like all of you will follow her gaze, and the Founder's at the glass window. If needed, they are to be terminated. Or at least detained.
Who's to be terminated?
Annabelle and Thanatos.
Oh, yeah.
If the Blood King appears, we are to retreat immediately. Regroup back here and follow the Founder's orders. Understood?
Crystal.
Yep. Yes.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions right now?
Did we get like a moment to kind of like prep a little bit, take a potty break?
Of course.
You know, you maybe put a little something on your stomach. You don't want to go into the void hungry.
Well, of course. CJ, Alara, and Ilara will have to work together with Jazz to establish the appropriate ritual to rip the rift open anyways. So that gives us the rest of us time to gather any arcane tools necessary for the mission, rest up as much as we could, and prepare ourselves.
Like maybe a couple days, couple hours. How long do you think it might take? Just question. I have some meditating I have to do. I'm a cleric.
CJ will speak up. It could be a couple days, it could be a couple hours. It's really. We'll do what we can. Either way, we'll. Time is short. Time is really short. We don't know.
Rushing. I'm not rushing.
No, please, rush us. We need to get this rift ritual done.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, like, you know, I don't want there to be, like, you know, any pressure. Sometimes I can cause mistakes, and the last thing we need is a mistake. I mean, who knows? You might throw us out of the void and somewhere completely different.
Exactly. So we need to ensure that the arcane nature is perfect.
Gotcha. Perfect. Fantastic. Glad that I know that I am in safe hands.
Well,
Okay, look, if you might shunt us somewhere else, at least let it be the astral plane. I'd like to see the heavens and the stars before I die.
I mean, I might just send you into a forest on accident. I'm not.
CJ, have a little confidence in yourself. You're gonna be all right, boy.
Confidence like that is how you make magic mistakes.
Yeah. See, that's why I like you guys. It's fine. Everything's fine.
I find I'm not the technical one here. I just deal with dead
That's
people.
not technically true.
Rub my hands.
Not fine, but you know, you make it do what you can.
It's all.
Jazz is sitting next to him, and she's gonna kind of like,
Everything is going to be okay. Just trust your comrades. You're always so great. You're the best mage that I know.
Aw.
Well, that's rude.
I'm
That's
sorry,
sweet.
I don't really know you.
That's fair.
Yeah,
know
she don't
of
really
you.
know you. That was sweet.
I would
That
like
was-
to get to know all of you. You guys seem like very nice people.
Look at all this butter. Also cooking show with all the butter that we're being given right now.
How about we all just try to do our best, okay?
Yeah, that's what we can do. Our best. I mean, what? That's
You guys watch Viva the Legend League on YouTube, like Epic NPC Man and all that?
No.
no.
Oh. They did a mini series called FPS Logic, and it's like a Call of Duty campaign. And then there's a guy that's like, "Man, remember that time in the second grade we were chasing those bullies away?" And then the main guy's like, "Yeah, you're definitely gonna die right now."
Fucking death flags.
Yeah.
Speaking of friggin' Civil 4. Yeah, no, yeah, like I said, all we can try is our best. Hopefully we don't, get placed where we're not supposed to be. We're gonna get this done by any means necessary, and it'll all be good.
perfect. Now that everybody's on the same page, are there any questions?
Nah.
Crystal.
Excellent. Ilara and Alara, I'll leave the orders to you. We leave whenever you are ready.
Right.
And that's where we'll end it.
Yay.